Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about a Wintermute character who could have been, in my opinion, more interesting, Mathis. I really like the character. The initial idea is very good, the actor is excellent, but the execution raises serious narrative problems in my opinion, and let me explain why. The Long Dark is first and foremost a survival game against nature. The main antagonist is the cold, the wildlife and the elements. So, introducing an omnipresent human villain is risky, but it can work if that villain is himself subjected to this nature. But this is not the case for Mathis. He crosses Great Bear Island as if it doesn't exist. No visible cold, no animal attack, no hunger. He's completely out of the context with the island itself. Raphael worked on Far Cry 3 before creating The Long Dark, and it could explain why in some ways Mathis is like an action game villain. He's charismatic, unpredictable, and almost physically invincible. That works in Far Cry, but in The Long Dark, for me, it creates a disconnect with the universe. There is a narrative concept, the initiation. A character enters the story in one way and comes out transformed by what he has experienced. We live this with Will. He arrived as an ordinary pilot and lives as a hardened survivor. His initiation by the island is one of the cores of Wintermute. Mathis, he enters as a dominant psychopath and he lives as a dominant psychopath in some way. The island never touched him, he never changed. A good antagonist must be the mirror of the protagonist. Will is initiated by the island, but in fact Mathis never is. And for me that's why he may feel hollow for some of us or just annoying. First problem, the two arrows in the shoulders. Basically, an arrow doesn't get pulled out. You cut it in two and push it through from the tip. Pulling an arrow out means tearing all the flesh with it. So why not showing him wounded or suffering? Instead, he pulls them out just like that. And at the end of the episode, he's standing in front of the bunker without even holding his shoulder. Second problem, he burned the entire town. He's angry, okay fine, but he's supposed to be also intelligent and strategic. We are in a post-apocalyptic survival situation, and the town has vital resources. And he burns even the bar with alcohol. Convicts who have lost everything and nobody wants a beer or whiskey. Third problem, she teleports to Perseverance Mills, find the town, locate the bunker. We should assume he followed Astrid, but the game never showed that. And that's exactly the problem. A game must explain itself. Same thing for the radio station. For me, Mathis should have been severely wounded at the end of episode 3. Not by Will, but by the wilderness itself. By a bear, a cougar, something that reminds us that the true master of the island is nature, not Mathis. And in episode 5, Imagine the final scene. An Aurora bear attacks Mathis and his crew in front of the bunker. It kills some prisoners. It severely wounds Mathis. And when the bear turns toward Will, Will uses his flashlights, and then the bear leaves. That could be the last image Astrid sees from the bunker. And it could be a really epic scene. It's simple, it's coherent with the long dark, and it shows nature as more powerful than any human conflict. Mathis survives, but he's wounded, he's transformed, and finally initiated by the island. He can then return in Black Frost, but with scars. The old Mathis dies symbolically to be reborn differently. And that's how good antagonists work. In conclusion, Mathis had potential. The actor did an excellent job with what he was given, but narratively, she's more an action game character in a universe that didn't really need one. For Black Frost, and if Mathis appears, I hope Hinterland will show him initiated by the island with scars transformed, and that's a character worth having, really. Thanks for listening despite my French accent. Have a good time playing. Bye bye. See you.